Okay, I understand. I just told you that one of your favorite walking posture is not good for you. If you want to avoid that kind of posture in future with that craning neck and hunch back, then yeah, I think you should avoid it. Oh, hi. This is how most of us are nowadays. If you're working from home, if you're a student, if you're anybody who needs to work on their computers and their laptop screens, we tend to be in this posture. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can avoid this kind of posture, come to a correct normal position which is ergonomically correct also, and even if you do not have a proper working station at your home, what all things you can use from the available resources which are there in your house to make an ideal and almost coming near to that ideal working posture. Then I'll be sharing with you a test. It is more like a self-assessment test which you can do on yourself to check out whether you are adopting abnormal posture or a normal posture while working. Now if you find yourself to be having that abnormal posture in this test, then I'll be sharing 3 exercises with you which are very simple and easy, and you can do at your home at your own pace whenever you want to correct that abnormal posture. And in the end, I'm going to share a DIY tip with you which will be very useful if you're working from home and you tend to go again and again in that forward posture, rounded shoulders, forward neck posture. You will get an immediate relief from any kind of abnormal posture that you generally tend to attain, and also any kind of pain if you're experiencing in your neck region, shoulder. So let's begin. Now let us look at those postures that we all love to work in, but ideally we should not be working in these postures. Now, while working from home, this is the most common position we find ourselves in. We are usually sitting on our bed, or even when we are working on floor, this is how we usually prefer to keep our laptops like, and we sit in this position. Now this position is not so great for our back and neck because of course they are not supported, and long hours of sitting in this position or sustained sitting will definitely result in your back pain or your neck pain. You can see how much bent the neck is. Once we are tired of that position, now we try to be in this position. Now certainly we have supported our back using a pillow and support by coming to a resting position here, but look at the neck, it is again in a flex position, bent forward, and this will again result in your neck pain. And finally, here we are on our tummies, and many of us definitely love to work on this position, but again this is not at all ergonomically correct for us. It will definitely result in various pains. Even if we try to support our back while working, our neck is not supported or it is in a flexed position or bending forward, this results in neck pain for sure, and we definitely do various adjustments to make it correct or to reduce that pain. And finally, we find this kind of support for our neck which was already hanging hours and hours working on that laptop, but definitely this is not going to help. And this becomes a usual working technique. We keep on trying various adjustments and supporting methods so that we have least amount of pain whenever we start feeling it. And if at all we find a table and a chair to work from, then again there can be various issues, like the table height might not be correct, the chair height might not be correct, the laptop might not be placed at an appropriate height, we might be bending our neck too much to look onto the screen, we might be raising our shoulders if the table is too high. Again, these things result in your neck pain and shoulder pain. Now let us look at the ways that you should be adopting and the postures that you should be working in if you're working from home. Let's start from the basic. You always have this option of stacking of pillows, and the height should be adequate till you are not leaning forward too much. Not many of us like to sit in cross-legged position for long, so this position works well for all of those, and your laptop is also raised appropriately. Now this is my magic table which I've been using for some time now. You can call it a bed table, a study table, a foldable table, or a laptop table, and these are generally made of wood or are of metal frames. They are available in all kinds of range as per your needs and requirements, and they are also available online, so you can choose from the various options which are available there, and these can also be custom made as per your requirements. So I think you should definitely invest in something like this. Generally they are very light and are foldable, so they are very easy to carry, and you can just open it and place it and start working from whichever corner of the house you are comfortable in. Well, mine looks more like I have stolen it from a preschooler because it has 2 games on it, that is Ludo and Snake and Ladders. But I think I like those colorful pictures which are there on this. What you need to take care is just place it wherever you have a back support and you're good to go. Now coming to those people who have a table and chair but not of an appropriate height or are non-adjustable, First thing, try to adjust the chair height by adding cushions as per your requirements. You should be having your hip and knee at 90 degrees. Now in this my knees are not at 90 degrees, so what we will be doing is you can use a footstool or any empty box to raise your legs to the correct height. Now let us try to adjust the laptop height. To correct the laptop height, try to place it on any small box or a platform or a stack of books to make it of correct height. If possible, also use an external keyboard as well as a mouse. Now as you can see, because the laptop is placed at an height, and if you try to work from there, then it will be not comfortable for the hands because half of them will be hanging and they'll be in the air, so it will result in wrist pain or elbow pain. So by using an external mouse and a keyboard, the working will be more efficient, and definitely your work efficiency will increase and you will be experiencing less pain in your shoulder region, neck region, even the back. So happy working. Now let us look at that self-assessment test which you can do to see whether you have a normal posture or you have started developing that abnormal posture because of that constant working that you're doing. Stand straight with shoulders relaxed and notice the position of your thumbs. If your thumbs are facing inwards, that means you're having a bad posture. Your shoulders are rounded and maybe you are standing with a slouch. Whereas if you are standing in a correct position and good posture, your shoulders will be by the sides, your thumb will be pointing forwards. So this is how you can differentiate between a good posture and a bad posture. Round shoulders will lead to inward pointing of your thumbs, whereas a good erect posture, your thumbs will be in the front. Now looking at this from the side view, a slump posture with rounded shoulders, hands are coming in front of the body, so again your thumbs will be pointing towards each other, while a good posture, your hands are by the side of your body. Now let us look at all the exercises that you can do if you have started developing that abnormal posture. Also one reminder, in my last video I had talked about chin tuck exercise when we talked about neck pain and posture. So do add chin tuck to these exercises, it will help you immensely in correcting that posture. Lie down flat on the ground with your hands by the side. Now this area that I'm pointing to, there is a space between your shoulder tip and the ground. This is where we have to work and reduce it. Now try to touch both your shoulder towards the ground and you will feel a mild stretch and little pain also possibly if you have that rounded shoulder posture for quite some time. And while doing this, your chest will rise a little bit. That is absolutely normal, but do not try to arch or raise your lower back. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. Take any cloth, any towel or any dupatta that you have, hold it in both the hands and take it like this till you touch the ground, and hold that position for 10 to 15 seconds and again bring it back to the normal starting position and repeat this 10 to 15 times. While doing this exercise, again do not try to arch your back, try to maintain the contact of your lower back with the ground throughout this exercise. Stand straight against a wall. Make sure your head, your shoulder, your lower back and your hips, they are in contact with the wall throughout. Place both your hands like this, and now also make sure that your shoulder, your elbow and wrist are also in contact with the wall throughout, and then try this angel pose. As you will go up, you will feel little resistance and you will feel that need to lift up your hands or your back or your head from the wall, but resist that. Maintain all contact with the wall throughout this exercise and then come back to the starting position. Repeat it 10 to 15 times. This is a good exercise to maintain that good posture. And now this bonus DIY tip. Again, what all you need is a small dupatta or a stole. I am taking my stole here. Wrap it around your neck, and after taking it over your neck, make sure that this dupatta ends, they go around your shoulders from the front, and I'll show you this is how they will cross behind your back. Pull both the ends together in front by holding in both the hands and pull it hard enough so that it is not painful but it is comfortable, but it is giving you also a nice stretch to those shoulders and they are pushed backwards and in a correct position. And now make a knot in front of your chest. Better make it double knot so that it do not move and it doesn't get loosened. Adjust these straps over your shoulder, make sure they are not pinching anytime, and here you go. Now even if you try to bend forward, you will not be able to do so because that forward knot that you have on your chest is going to pinch. Best of luck. What it does is, the straps which are going from here, they kind of keep your posture in a correct posture. The moment you try to bend forward or slouch from here, they pull it back. And also the moment you try to bend forward, that knot which was coming in front of your chest, it gets tightened. So because of that, you get that kind of it is more of a proprioception thing, or a reminder to you the moment it gets tightened, that okay, you need to straighten up again to avoid that abnormal posture. If you do not find laptop table to be too good for you, or you think it is too small for you, or it might not work the way you work or function, then there are other options available like laptop raisers, also called as laptop risers. That in this you have a slant frame on which you can place your laptop, and then accordingly you can adjust the angle, so that you have the typing option also, which is ergonomically correct, and also the screen will be visible properly. So if you want to invest in something like that, these options are available online. You can always go and check these things. Now after doing all the exercises and taking care of your posture, one thing which is very very important while you're working from home is that you need to move. You need to take frequent breaks, get up from your chair, move around, go and have a glass of water, get up and go and eat something. Just get up from that chair, get up from that place, and move in after every 30 minutes or maybe 45 minutes, or at the max after 1 hour you have to get up from that place. If you find this video informative, then please like it, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to the channel. And till then, be safe, take care of yourself, and see you soon in my next video.